What Nicki Minaj said about Don Lemon and his husband was very unnecessary. She acting like Trump, and that's why Don Lemon clapped back in the worst way.
So people have been asking me about responding to Nicki Minaj's unhinged, homophobic tweet about me. I usually don't respond to this stuff, but let me just say this. Nicki Minaj, stop talking about shit for which you know nothing about. This is out of your depth, by the way, and you are a homophobic bigot. You don't care about African Americans, and you're not an African American. From what I know, you are reportedly an undocumented citizen, so you should be deported under Donald Trump's rules. And the other thing is that your family members, you have one family member who is reportedly a sex offender, the other family member, your husband or whatever, a sex offender is your husband, and one of them is reportedly a pedophile. And you have nerve to talk about me and what you think that I do? Nicki Minaj, get a life. Stop being a pick-me. You should have put a pick-me doll on that damn tweet instead of a Chucky doll, because you are nothing but a pick-me. And I choose not to pick you. And so should black people, and so should gay people. Shouldn't buy your music. Clock that.
The last thing Nicki Minaj want to do is lose her gay fan base, because if she ain't got that, I don't know who gonna go down there and buy her album. Don Lemon not playing with Nicki Minaj. She thought she was gonna squeeze him like a lemon. Now he's squeezing the Botox out her ass.
Trafficked in some conspiracy theories, you guys. I don't know if you remember around COVID, primarily like social media posts and public statements. There was one that was really notable about the claims that she shared during COVID about her cousin's COVID-19 vaccination, alleged swollen testicles. And just, that was in 2021, just all kinds of things. So it's Nicki Minaj being Nicki Minaj, except this time Nicki Minaj, she's people scratching their head because this was at a Turning Point USA conference. I think it's called AmFest. And she showed up, not only showed up, but with Charlie Kirk's widow hand in hand. Do we need to go into what Charlie Kirk said about black women? And Nicki Minaj is a black woman. She's a woman of color, about not having brain processing power. So maybe Nicki Minaj, according to Charlie Kirk, does not have the brain processing power to figure out what she's doing. Look, you can be a conservative, you can be whatever you want, but, I believe a grift is a grift is a grift. And I don't know what, there are folks online who are saying maybe this has to do with that she's in financial straits. I don't know that. That's what the streets are saying. That's what the internet is saying. I don't know that to be true, but that's what they're saying. There's also saying there's someone in her family possibly that she wants pardoned or exonerated or something changed. I just remember, we'll talk about her husband and all of that because Gavin Newsom, I think, took care of all of that.
All of this started because of a little peaceful protesting. It's starting to look like Nicki Minaj don't want no peace.
It's an operation that is secret, that they invited folks out.
This is Operation Pull Up, more of a clandestine operation. We show up somewhere, they don't expect us to come there, and then we disrupt business as usual.
So right now it's kind of mayhem. We're not part of the activists, but we're here just reporting on them. Did they explain to you why they're here?
They did not.
They said that there is someone here in Easterwood, someone who is a member of ICE, and he's a pastor of the church.
Our church had gathered for worship, which we do every Sunday. We asked them to leave, and they obviously have not left.
So this is what the First Amendment is about the freedom to protest.
There's a varying array of views in this church on politics of immigration. Recognize the complexity of the issue.
This shows you just how divided America is. When you look at the protesters here, and then you look at the people there who are praying, and you know what was the interesting thing? If these two groups could just get together, they might figure out what to do.
I don't necessarily agree with everything that's going on in the Twin Cities right now, but I don't think it's good to fight fire with fire. I think it's good to speak up, and I think it's good to protest, but I think it's better to do it in a peaceful way.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch. This guy here, look, he's hugging his kid. And You know, I've imagined it's uncomfortable and traumatic for the people here. They think you lost and this didn't accomplish anything, and you went into their house, the house of the Lord.
The reality is the house of the Lord is a place where love lives. It's not a place where you can have a pastor masquerading as the director for the field office of ICE in St. Paul.
There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, but y'all know when it comes to the presidency, anything could happen. There's rumors circulating around that it's a possibility, allegedly, that Nicki Minaj could be the next president of the United States, y'all. If y'all gonna give her y'all vote, let me know right now, because if that's what y'all gonna do, I need to figure out how we gonna keep Trump in office, because if Nicki Minaj get up in there, y'all know all hell gonna break loose.
Hello, everyone. I must say I am very nervous, so please, well, thank you, Ambassador Waltz, for this invitation. It is an honor to stand on this stage with you and the other distinguished speakers here today to shine a spotlight on the deadly threat faced by thousands of Christians in Nigeria. I would like to thank President Trump for prioritizing this issue and for his leadership on the global stage in calling for urgent action to defend Christians in Nigeria, to combat extremism, and to bring a stop to violence against those who simply want to exercise their natural right to freedom of religion or belief. I stand here as a proud New Yorker with a deep sense of gratitude that we live in a country where we can freely and safely worship God regardless of one's creed, background, or politics. No group should ever be persecuted for practicing their religion, like I recently stated on social media. And we don't have to share the same beliefs in order for us to respect each other. We're way beyond thinking or expecting or assuming for, the person sitting next to you to have the exact same beliefs. We're beyond that. That's ridiculous. But that shouldn't make one person feel less safe than anyone in any room. Music has taken me around the globe. I have seen how people, no matter their language, culture, or religion, come alive when they hear a song that touches their soul. Religious freedom means we all can sing our faith regardless of who we are, where we live, and what we believe. But today, faith is under attack in way too many places. In Nigeria, Christians are being targeted, driven from their homes, and killed. Churches have been burned. Families have been torn apart. And entire communities live in fear constantly, simply because of how they pray. Sadly, this problem is not only a growing problem in Nigeria, but also in so many other countries across the world, and it demands urgent action. And I want to be clear. Protecting Christians in Nigeria is not about taking sides or dividing people. It is about uniting humanity. Nigeria is a beautiful nation with deep faith traditions and lots of beautiful barbs that I can't wait to see. When one's church, mosque, or place of worship is destroyed, everyone's heart should break just a little bit. And the foundation of the United Nations, with its core mandate to ensure peace and security, should shake. I am joined here today by peace builders, by faith leaders, by those who saw violence, saw rising intolerance, saw the threats clearly before us, and chose not to look the other way. I am inspired by their work to build interfaith ties, to see the humanity across the lines which might divide us, and to fight for security and liberty for all those who pray. I look forward to our discussion today, and I hope it will encourage deepened solidarity for us to urgently work together to ensure every person can enjoy the right to believe, to worship, and to live in peace. Barbs, I know you're somewhere listening. I love you so very much. You have been the ultimate light in my life and career for so long. I appreciate you, and I want to make it very clear once again that this isn't about taking sides. This is about standing up in the face of injustice. It's about what I've always stood for my entire career, and I will continue to stand for that. For the rest of my life, I will care if anyone, anywhere, is being persecuted for their beliefs. Thank you.
There you have it. Nicki Minaj said Dom Lemon be sucking on Big D. How y'all feel about that? For you ladies out there, for you men out there, y'all living like Dom Lemon? Somebody let me know, man. Because if you is, Nicki Minaj wants you in jail. She said he would never do that to any other religion. Lock him up. She got the power to put people behind bars, man. She running with the White House. Charlie Kirk know. She'll get you arrested, had the helicopters over your house. Nicki Minaj will put the cuffs on you herself, then shake her stinking ass in your face until you throw up. Next thing you know, you waking up in a gas chamber because Nicki Minaj said so. Dom Lemon, you better quit playing them games, brother. Let me know how y'all feel about this, man.